Them with the dresses.
Let's go for it.
All right. Episode number 2, don't mind the attire. On this episode of... This was very unplanned.
Okay. It's okay.
Yo,
Sorry. Well, there's...
What we talking about? What you got?
No, you tell us, Jynxx.
I feel like I'm the only one working here. Anyway. Just be a motherfucking good person. Pick up where we left off. Let's do it again.
All right, so look.
Where we at? What we talking about today, Dre? What we talking about?
We're talking about Kid Cudi. He was on Saturday Night Live the other night in a dress. And again, once the internet and sort of black, I don't want to say black Twitter because that has a certain connotation, but sort of the black internet sphere went off again about the feminization of black men and like, what the fuck was he doing in a dress?
Okay, so some background, and I don't know much. Feel free to fill me in,
Yeah.
right? So he was paying a tribute to Kurt Cobain, who, for people that don't know, Kurt Cobain committed suicide. He was, what was the name of the group?
Nirvana.
Nirvana, thank you. Jeez, long time ago. He was the lead singer for Nirvana. And he performed in a similar, like, floral dress decades ago. So this was a tribute to Kurt Cobain.
Right. Yeah.
Why?
I mean, and again, the why doesn't matter. This is one of the things that I will say upsets me, particularly about my own people. We don't give artists the freedom to do whatever the fuck they want, right? And like movies, art has to fulfill all these different political agendas and make commentary that no other race of artists is held to that standard, right? Like if he just wants to wear a goddamn dress and do a tribute to a musician he loved, why does it even matter?
I mean, personally, for me, I'm a woman and I don't want to wear a dress. So I don't see the appeal in wearing a dress whatsoever.
And I wouldn't like the looseness.
The artistry of it, there's...
I'm just saying the looseness, it would be, you know what I'm saying?
You can still wear underwear or boxers.
Oh, I guess so. Yeah, women, I guess, wear panties.
Free
I forgot that. Yeah, okay.
I'm about to fall out this
I bet it would seem loose, even with melanin draws on.
Hot. I like what you did there.
You saw that?
I saw it, baby.
Melanin. African American spelled MALENIN draws. Sorry, I get commercials off from my friends.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. Mm-hmm. I just lost my train of thought. So go
Why?
Pick it up.
Okay, kind of like this Dre spray here. That you can. It's kind of like if Tom Ford cologne was made out of hand sanitizer.
I'll come back after the
Dre's?
commercials.
Okay. We're done with the commercials. No, but again, I mean, I'm back to my man Kid Cudi, and this is one of my kind of things. I personally don't think there's an agenda to feminize black men. I think he should be able to do...
Ooh, you're getting all the stares.
Studio audience.
All the stares.
All one of y'all can look at me crazy, but I don't think there's an agenda to do it. And I think we have to be free enough as a people to let people do what they want. Like, I'm not about to sit here and judge an artist.
So here's what I found interesting. There was this commentary that I read from somebody that I follow on social media, and she goes by the name of Stupid Black Girl. And I really appreciated what I sent that to you, right?
Yeah, you did. Mm-hmm.
I really appreciated her take on it, and she essentially said, trying to adhere to this stigma of not being feminized is...
Why don't we have the freedom? Like, I'll see movies and people will be like, man, he didn't go into this. Or the great movie is Detroit. My boy Laz Alonso's in Detroit. Several other actors, but Laz is my man, Howard University. And so people were mad that movie didn't cover every historical aspect. And it's just like, that's not the point of a movie. And if you got an overall thing out of it, that's fine. You know, I think we look at, you see more gay characters on television, right? But people are acting like people haven't been gay for thousands of years. I mean, black people have been gay for thousands of years. I got gay family members that had to hold that shit in, and it ate them up inside. They had, problems behind that because they couldn't be free. They had no visual representation of themselves. Everybody, I mean, even me, when I was originally making films, one of the things that was cool to show just like a black guy that wasn't a rapper. We had a short called The Corporate Negro, and he lived the life of a rapper, had the accoutrements, but didn't.
The hoochie who?
Well, I didn't say coochie.
I didn't say that either. The
Okay.
hoochie who?
Accoutrements.
What is the explain it
things.
for the
Yeah,
lower
the things.
lower level Negroes?
I had all the stuff, the cars, the house, the yellow Jaguars that all the rappers have. But
The accoutrement. I learned something.
yeah, but but you're used to just seeing black people on television as Jay-Z or The Wire and Carlton. Like that's literally, so we're one or the other. And so we never see the people in the middle. I think modern television shows like Atlanta, even Blackish to some extent, you just get to see kind of regular black people. And so when I bring that to the gay world, or let's even just feminizing black men, which is what we're saying, but let's be real, right? Those people are being seen. And to me, that's okay. I don't think there's an agenda to make me gay by watching Kid Cudi in a dress. Let people have a spectrum. I mean, there's no one way to do anything. Like I kind of, as you can see, I'm passionate right now. I actually get upset when black people.
That's a whole nother conversation. There is literally a blueprint to it for
Right.
for some people. Can I read what
Please.
it is that she wrote? Okay, this is Stupid Black Girl on IG, and she says, there's no question that white supremacy is very threatened by powerful, virile, traditional black manhood. I'm not going to act like it's not a thing. It's a big thing. But deciding to live and die by that is being more in captivity than anything. At the end of the day, white people are allowed to do whatever they want, and your black ass can't, because you will forever have something to prove and remain unfree even in your own personal desires. Sucks for you.
That's literally my point. That is my point. I mean, until we have
Not everybody agrees.
I agree, but until, particularly in the art world, until you have the freedom to do whatever you want, that's when you get all the great shit. But if every black person has to be like, oh, gotta make sure this is black enough. Ooh, that's not a black enough name. I'm gonna change it to Ladasha. That was from episode 1. You shouldn't be forced to do that. The internet is going crazy right now with that. I do not think there's and then it's weird because every so often you're like, wow, they did just slip that gay black kid. Like there's a Showtime show, about a white dude who was like it's John Brown. It's like a show about John Brown, and they just slipped in a black kid in a dress who's a boy.
Just randomly that had no purpose.
Literally, he could have had boy clothes on, it would have been fine. So sometimes I will be like, yeah, what the hell are they doing here? But I also know people just make janky creative decisions.
I guess you would know better than most because you've been behind the scenes.
How many
almost.
times have you seen a TV show and they're like, it's a black kid, a Mexican kid, a Japanese kid? I don't have a rainbow coalition of friends. I don't even know where the white clubs are in Atlanta. Do you know where the white clubs are? Like, if your white friends came from out of town and were like, hey, man, let's hit the bar.
But only the black people can weigh in on this because it's a challenge.
Oh,
Hold on.
yeah.
That doesn't count.
But even there's enough black people that some people will be like, oh, goodness, there's like 77 black people in here. Be like, well, there's 6. There's just 6.
I don't know a single.
That's my point. So there are janky creative decisions that are made.
So you don't see yourself. If I gave you $500 to come on the next episode with a dress on, you wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't do it.
If I gave you $1,000, you wouldn't do it.
No.
If I gave you $5,000, you wouldn't
Yep.
do it. Like, there's no amount of money for you to come and sit out here in a dress.
I mean, it would just depend on what the point of being in a dress is, right? Like, I'm not Kid Cudi. I don't sing songs as tributes to Kurt Cobain. And so...
I mean, granted, Kurt Cobain has had plenty of different outfits. It didn't have to
Absolutely.
be the dress,
Yeah, it was
right?
literally that one time. But, like, I don't have a reason to do that. If I was in a movie and there was a reason to do it, I would certainly do it.
Like a Medea type of, you'd be like...
So I would never be in a Medea movie. Sorry, Tyler Perry. If you need me to write something for you, I will.
Mrs.
I just
Doubtfire?
wouldn't be... I don't know. And now I'm coming back to even being Medea. If there was a reason, I couldn't do it.
He said, there's no way in hell.
Yeah. But it's okay for Tyler Perry to do it. It's okay for somebody else.
I mean,
I'm
this
saying
point,
people should have the freedom to do what they want to do. And until we get to that level of freedom, we're suppressing people. We're suppressing art. As an artist, I just think we got to be able to do what we want.
I'm just going to say, I know some of the most interesting people, even in Atlanta alone, that are some of the most creative, that give themselves so many creative freedoms. Shout out to Griff. And I think it's dope to be able to express yourself. Now, Griff, if you show up in a dress tomorrow, I ain't judging you.
Right.
Because Griff is Griff. Because Griff will do some off-the-wall shit, and it's every day. It's just who he is. Be that.
And I would bet to him it's not off the wall.
Is it off the wall?
I mean, when I used to wear a dress, it wasn't off the wall.
Because you was feeling loose and free. And nothing wrong with that. I mean, I got a homie that wears fingernail polish. This dude will fuck you up. Like, his fuse is like 1/10 of a millimeter. Like, you're not fucking with this dude. Like, there's nothing effeminate about him.
Just has a thing
So
for black nail polish.
yeah, we're just making we're making that. So, yeah.
Social constructs.
Absolutely.
Boxes for men, boxes for women. Yeah, I mean, honestly, if we took this back, and we're in 2020 right now, if we took this back another 60 years or so, into the 80 years into the 60s, and women were forced to wear dresses, I'd be screwed.
Right?
You ever see me in a dress or a skirt?
Once, maybe, yeah.
Literally. I would be miserable if you forced me into a dress and into a girdle and some shit, and I had to do that every day and pander to my husband.
Yeah. But no.
In a girdle. That make me extra mad.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's stuff we just make up as human beings.
And heels were first invented for the royal men, were they not? Heels were a thing that royalty used to wear, and they were men, not prince.
Yeah.
Not that
Hey.
royalty, the royalty prior to him, right? So high heels were once a thing of royalty, and men wore them.
Because you had to let niggas know. That's how heels are. Like, somebody is talking shit, you had to, like, have that back heel just, nigga, what? And be, like, hitting it onto the ground to let them know that you wasn't going to take no shit.
I'm guessing they were probably short.
Listen, hey, it doesn't affect me because I'm more tall.
Because you're the
stuff.
beginning of
Right.
tall.
Yeah, I mean, again, all these things are just constructs, right? Like, if a man is sensitive, is that having a bitch ass way? Some people would say that. Like, so if taking a joke is me and you joking, but if you meant it to jab me and hurt me in pain, then that's fucked up. And if I was like, nigga, fuck that, and took my heels off and whooped your ass, that was back when you took your heels out and fought somebody with your sword.
Wow.
On guard.
Okay, so can I, as a woman, speak on sensitivity in men?
Please.
What I think is men have every right to express themselves emotionally. I think they don't have an opportunity or the space to do so, right? And I think that's a huge lack. I think everybody carries a masculine and a feminine energy, and we've just been forced on the opposite ends of the spectrum where we really need to be meeting in the middle, right? Everybody has to balance their masculine and feminine energy. That's one. However, for me personally, what works for me, I don't know that I'm a super sensitive type of female.
You don't think so?
Oh, do you think otherwise?
I think so.
Really?
Yeah, I think you have a tough exterior, immediate but to not be sensitive.
No, I have sensitivities,
Yeah.
sure, but I'm not like highly emotional or very like, I don't know. I don't let a lot of shit knock me off my equilibrium, I guess.
Yeah.
If you see it different, then that's fine. But so I guess my point to say is the man can't, for what works for me, can't be more sensitive to me. Like, I can't be picking you up left and right, being all over the place, emotionally sobbing about some shit that somebody has said to you.
Right.
You can't be more sensitive than
He
me.
was like, the nigga Jeff said my email wasn't direct enough, man. I don't even really know. Yeah, if that was your dude, I get that, right? But I mean, let's be very real. Men are emotional as hell. Men express their emotion through violence.
Violence.
So that's
Expression.
how dudes in the street, again, their songs, bitches ain't shit. Something like
translates into, oh my gosh, you hurt my feelings.
and dudes will kill you over their girl. Listen, earlier I told you, in the mall, you have a half second before I'm like, what's happening? And even though that was another episode, go back and watch the first one, unless they're edited together.
What it is, ho?
Right.
What's up?
But yeah,
All right, that was fun.
there you go. Done.
Dun, 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 dun.
Is that a DMX song?
Dun, dun. Never mind.
Dun, dun.
Cut.
I don't know the
Cut
music
it
like
out.
I'm not a
Cut
music
it
guy. I
out.
watched television growing up.
Nigga, it's a mood.
What is that
Thanks for tuning in. We'll holler at y'all next time.
Okay.
Peace out.
I'm sure a lot of
It is the drama in any thriller movie. The dun 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 dun.
Oh, you meant dun 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 like that. That's what you meant.
Not that one, the other one. The one she's doing.
I don't know.
Phantom of the Opera.
That's what I'm saying. You guys are doing classical
Dun dun
music.
dun dun.
That is like Tchaikovsky's third sonnet.
Are you going are we fat? What did
know
this just
what?
turn into?
Because he was driving around in
After
his
the
Audi,
party, it's the after
and
party.
y'all were mad at him. Yeah. So there you go.
You drive me to drink, Dre.
Dre Spray. Just be a good person. Crown Royal. Thank you. And again, anybody else out here doing podcasts, EMF Studio Gallery, a lot of different locations in here. You won't use the one we use because we've patented this and paid for it. But there are other shots you can do in here.
I just need Griff to do a whole night little segment that just gets.
Trust me.
we-
Yeah, don't worry about
do
Griff's
this.
film work.
What's the segment?
This segment?
No, you need me to do what?
No, about getting nice imagery of all of your space, so you can do it as an advert in the middle or
Oh,
wherever.
yeah,
So
yeah.
we can highlight your glorious space.
No.
Dun, 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 dun. Did that make it more dramatic?
I don't like you, Dre. I love you, but I can't stand your ass sometimes.
Hey, listen, that's how the prom pretty do.
What? That's what a prom pretty do?
Mm-hmm.
Don't let that pretty fool you.
Oh my God, I hope I'm not being feminized by saying that I'm pretty. Damn it. That totally.
Put you in that pretty prom dress and see what's happening.
Well, okay, we'll definitely not be in a prom dress. But
That
I
was
would
fun.
wear a boutonniere.
What?
Y'all didn't wear boutonnieres to the prom?
A what?
What is a boutonniere?
Aren't those things called boutonnieres that go?
What thing?
The flower that goes on your damn lapel when you go to the prom is called a boutonniere. Okay, just you gotta stop, men. Don't go to the prom after your freshman year of college. There might have been a girl you liked that was a junior when you were a senior. If you get past your freshman year of college, dog, we're now talking statutory something. So
Oh, I completely missed where you were going with that.
I missed that too. I'm like,
Oh.
And it's some
I was like,
suck-
don't go to the prom
some
after your
sucker shit,
freshman
too.
year. What?
your freshman year, you could, if you were a freshman in college, you could go to the prom with a senior. You probably knew her. Listen, you're a freshman in college. You can't go past that. You really shouldn't be going as a freshman in college, but you still can. Okay?
Okay, so when you're a sophomore,
You can't be going to no high school shit.
oh, you're going backwards
Yes.
to the, oh,
you know,
I was confused.
I know that. Yeah, you were tall.
That's
bro.
where I was. Okay, and I thought, oh.
Listen, y'all about to see me shrink on this show. Now let me start grabbing yours now.
Come on, baby, you can
Huh?
look.
I'm
Equal
not gonna do that.
opportunity, equal opportunity, I know.
It seems
It's a little-
unnatural. Because if I start rubbing it, no telling what happened to you.
Yep. Cancel culture.
Bro, I got technique. I'm just saying, my touch is special, bro. Look at these hands. This is like if a world-class pianist started,
World class what?
A penis.
You heard that?
A world-class penis.
You heard that?
That's not the penis,
These-
baby. I hate to tell you.
These are pianist hands. This is a 3-octave grip.
What is a penis hand?
I'm sorry that all of y'all, listen, I'm sorry that all y'all got 400s on your English SATs, okay? A pianist is one who plays It was pianist.
From the South.
I think it's called a pianist. I really think. No, well, we're gonna look this up. Okay.
Baby, you got how many penises?
Listen. Hey, as long as you fill every hole, is all that matters. And so, if
I don't
these
even
hands
have that
start,
many holes. What are we doing?
don't knock until you try it. And so, if this start
I got
rubbing on
7.
someone, tell them what you might end up doing. I'm just saying.
Oh my God. Oh.
We need to look this up on dictionary.com because I think you can say pianist.
I think it's a Southern dialect.
I didn't get a 400 on the SAT English.
Pianist.
Peeing this what?
It's called a pianist, y'all.
It's not pronounced like that in Atlanta.
I'm from Oakland, California, man.
Where we enunciate our
where
words.
even Snoop enunciate. We should call Snoop and ask him how to say the word.
You translating
Yes.
the
All right, Joe.
Atlantan?
Okay.